We spent 10 awesome days traversing from the Badlands to the Black Hills in South Dakota, an epic week in Wyoming exploring Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Parks, and 2 magical weeks consuming Glacier National Park. But where do we go from here? Everything up until now had been booked months in advance, but now we were at the mercy of cancellations. Luckily, Jason snagged up 3 nights at Ohanabakach and Mount Rainier National Park.
Please don't put my phone out the window.
I will, baby. So George, we're headed to Washington.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked.
George is locked and loaded. We have a Timberwolf Resort in Hungry Horse, Montana. We are heading to Washington.
We'd love to have you subscribe and join us on this epic 75-day road trip. We're not even halfway through yet.
Flathead Lake. Stopping for a little potty break and a shower here. On the side of the road by the rivers and mountains.
On the road again.
On the road again.
Going places that I've never been.
Heading to Idaho.
Seeing things that I may never see again.
Just finished up a little potty stop and a shower. On the side of the road. We found this pretty river.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
Fun fact, Montana's name actually came from the Spanish word mountain.
Almost to Idaho. Look out past right there.
See any potatoes, Alexis? How do you think they, I don't see how they gave you rope potatoes here. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Daddy Blue.
Ready for the potato state
I
law?
can't believe you fellas are taking me to Potato Land.
I'm ready for this to be done.
So Alexis has been excited about the potato state.
It's been my lifelong dream to visit this place.
Ready for your honks. It's been a while since we've crossed the state line.
4,700 feet.
Alright, so there's Idaho state law. Oh, there's the Idaho state
It's
right
the
there.
sign!
See it, Lou?
There it is. They're ready.
Welcome to Idaho.
Welcome to Idaho! Woohoo! There's Idaho! Parallel. So, what do you think about Idaho?
It looks like Montana.
It does so far. We'll see if the landscape changes, huh?
I want some potatoes. My sight.
Some French fries.
Potato Land.
So, what is your save the brakes trip?
Use the transmission and downshift. Put it in manual mode. Right now it's in 3rd gear. We're doing 55. We're in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Right there.
Yeah.
Welcome to Washington. Small little sign.
Oh man,
Man.
there's got to be a bigger sign coming out. I'm gonna give it a minute. We got it to Washington. Got to be a bigger sign than that. Here we are, capturing the wasteland section of Washington. Yep, and this is what it's been for
Too long.
a little too long.
It says Ritzville, Washington. Currently 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, and it's a hot one. We just saw 2 dust devils. This is it. It is 103 degrees. Crazy stuff. You open up the window and you can just feel it's like a heater outside. We're in Royal City, Washington.
And it looks like it's going to be hot for quite a few days because of heat high fire danger.
This is the Ginkgo Petrified Forest State Park. I feel like we're in Arizona. Not at all how we ever would expect any part of Washington to look like. So what's your take on the Petrified Forest?
This place ain't fit for man nor beast.
I don't know, I kind of like it.
There's more sagebrush. Mount Rainier in the distance. Our final destination for the evening. Lots more sagebrush. Finally getting a little bit green here in Washington. It's getting a little greener here in Washington now. Yeah, unexpected tunnel.
We're in the freaking tunnel.
Daddy said freaking.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I have two kids instead of just one. Can anyone else relate?
There's your lake, I was telling you.
Yeah, that's a pretty sparkly lake. A little temperature drop, 95 degrees now, as we are in Natchez.
Nacho.
Nacho? I think it's Natchez.
Nacho.
Washington. Pretty lake view. Lots more trees again. And rocks. So this is Rimrock Lake that we are passing right now, helping us drop that temperature down to a 95 degrees.
Rocks. Rocks.
Rocks. There's Mount Rainier. There's Mount Rainier peeking through. Oh, it is a bump. Hold on, Iridessa. Oh, going over the bump. Here we go. Mount Rainier National Park. We are officially entering. Now entering the Ohanapekosh campground. Iridessa is eager to get a little rest. I think so is the truck. And so is Daddy. So their dump station's broken, so we had to drive about half hour one way just to dump the tanks and come back. So that was a good lesson learned. But they do have water to fill up.
Yeah, it's been totally awesome being back here in Washington.
Made it to Mount Rainier National Park. And look at these giant trees. Craziness. Although we were completely exhausted by that long drive, the beauty of Ohanapekosh was absolutely amazing and a great end to our day. But we couldn't just land in this gorgeous place and not take the scenic drive. Of course, we weren't too tired to take the scenic route to check this place out. And then we came across Reflection Lake, the coolest spot ever. We were just in complete awe of Mount Rainier. God's creation will never stop amazing me.
Welcome to Mount Rainier National Park.
There's Mount Rainier.
We hadn't done any research on Mount Rainier National Park, and it wasn't even a part of our original plan. But Mount Rainier completely wowed us. Stay tuned in our next video where we explore more of Mount Rainier National Park. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.
Not my face.
Maybe not that close, honey. You might have to do it a little farther away.
Place of my ancestors.
What I mean by pink is
Fart!